We're back, baby. Get in there. Sue. Hey, everybody. How's it going? It's the Flying Pig here. I'm flying. Oh, shit. That's loud, isn't it? Okay. Bloody hell. It's echoey in this room. Where's that volume coming from, mate? Anyway, sorry about that, guys. How you doing? Sorry to keep you all waiting here, guys. Thank you very much there, Rashford. It's got a stain on it at the moment, mate, but he says nice shirt. Thanks, bro. Need to get the stain out. How are we all doing tonight, by the way? Thanks for waiting for us to get going here, guys. We're here on Flying Pig United. We're back with the Premier League action. Tomorrow, Manchester United versus Man City, of course, in the Premier League. First game back after international break. What an absolute atrocity. Gareth Southgate to watch as well during that time. Horrendous. But that's all over and done with now, so we're back. Great to see you all in here. Rashford Malaysia, how you doing there, my friend? Gustav T, welcome in, my friend. Thank you, sir. Ricardo dos Santos Nortman, Nemanja Uvelin as well as in here. Philip Chapman, Almu, Christopher McKinnon, how are you, my friend? Palmarius, Rashford Malaysia, get in there, my son. And also Madhouse, Mickey Kramer, hope you're doing great. Primot, bunch of legends. RJ's in here, Bruce, and everybody else as well. Thank you for getting in for the show. We will be having a big Q&A at the end. But do us a favour at the start of this one. We've got plenty to get into. Smash that like button on it. Give it a huge thumbs up. Can you hear an echo, guys? So I've taken my bed out, and there's a horrendous echo in here. Hopefully you guys can't hear it, because I can hear two of myself right now. But anyway, I'll sort that out for the game tomorrow, because I will be probably making a lot of noise. So we'll paste a mattress up across the wall. Good idea. Anyway, it's ridiculously echoey in here. Okay, good, T20 Roberts. That's good. Gungshi, how you doing, my friend? Mason Gaming, Josh Hernandez, Fernando Perez, T20 Roberts. Let's get stuck into this preview then. So we're coming up against slaphead Pep Guardiola's bunch of City melts, overpaid, overhyped melts, who, let's face it, they are one of the best teams in the land at the moment because they won the Premier League last season. And as champions, this is a tough ask for us to go there and get the job done at the moment. Oh, hang on a second. We got a new member of the channel. It's only Vito Garetta. Get in there, Vito, mate. Don Vito. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel, mate, man. Can we please just get some raw love hearts and get your favourite emoji in there to welcome in the Don Vito. Thank you, Vito Garetta, mate. That's really appreciate that. Thank you so much for becoming a member, my friend. Nice one, mate. Yes, oh yeah, do us a favour at the start of this show, by the way. Kung Fu Cantonar, the shite out of the like button. Give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to give it a share as well, you know that's always appreciated, my friends. In fact, let me go over to Twitter, get a cheeky little link for you guys. If you want to give us a retweet, I will give you all a shout out later and a follow back for any legends out there who does give it a cheeky little retweet. So let me just bang that in the chat. But we got plenty to get into, guys, in regards to the team news, the injuries and all that sort of stuff. And of course, looking forward to the big game tomorrow. Thankfully, the international break is over. Just before we get on to Manchester United, though, just obviously there were games today, wasn't there? So Arsenal Holland's top of the league. They beat Spurs. Spurs letting everyone down. What a bunch of melters Spurs are. Can't even beat Arsenal. We beat Arsenal, for fuck's sake, and we were guffed then. So Arsenal Holland's managing to win the game there. They're top of the league. They're looking for Manchester United to do them a favour tomorrow with a win against City, because City at the moment are 4 points behind them. So if Man United were able to get the win against Manchester City, that would mean that Arsenal were 4 points clear after 8 games, which for them would probably mean they've already won the league already, you know, the way they talk about it. So, you know, just interesting looking table. Tottenham have slipped up there. It does mean that United can make some ground up here. Of course, some big fixtures, big results today. Liverpool bottled it. Fucking have some of that floppy jalopy. He's getting sacked in a couple of months. He's getting sacked in a couple of months. He's getting sacked in a couple of months. I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. But he's doing very, very gash at the moment, isn't he, old floppy cloppy guys? And at the moment, he is in 9th place in the league. They've bottled it to Brighton. Get in there, Trossard, my son, with a cheeky little hat-trick against the scum. Excellent to see. So, you know, the Premier League's back, guys. Just want to cover a little bit of the Premier League first. You know, West Ham won, Everton won, you know, Newcastle beat Fulham 4-1, Chelsea won, you know, nothing that interesting apart from Liverpool absolutely bottle jobbing against Brighton at home. Get in. 3-3 that finish. So we're still above them, guys, 2 points in. And if we actually win tomorrow, if we beat Manchester City, we will be 5 points in of those scummers, mate, which would be lovely at this stage, wouldn't it? Oh, we've got a super chat here. It's from Christopher McKinnon. Christopher McKinnon, my man. How you getting on, lad? He comments and he says, amazing channel, amazing fans. Come on, the Reds tomorrow. Hope everybody's okay in here. Much love. Hey, thank you so much, Christopher McKinnon, man. That's a really nice super chat. Let's everyone just get a rain down sues. Rain down sues, guys. I want to see torrential sues in the live chat there for Christopher McKinnon. Sue, thank you very much there, Christopher. We're gonna smash them up, mate. We're gonna smash them up. Right, so hey Finney McCrossen, what's going on? Lewis, Josh Hernandez. Lots of laughing faces coming in there for the Scousers. Good to see them faltering and stuttering, it is. So, I don't know, what would you say Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool are? I think they're a fair weather team. Everything has to be going for them, don't they? They're a proper fair weather team. Unless they're out, you know, and everything's going their way. They've got everybody fit. They've got dry grass or wet grass or just the right amount of moisture in the grass. Whatever that they want, you know. They're not actually. They're a very fair weather team, our Liverpool, you know, and Kloppy, yeah. And I think that's the problem. You know, they had one season, Van Dijk's got an injury. All of a sudden, we're finishing below Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And this season, the grass is a bit dry, so we're shite. Do you know what I mean? So there you go. That's basically what's going on with Liverpool at the moment. They're bottle merchants, fair weather club. Poor club, mate. Right, anyway, let's get on to the preview, right? Oh, thank you very much, Vito Garetta, bro, for getting a super chat in here, man. Oh, thank you very much. Let's get a super chat in there as well for Mr. Vito Garetta. We got nearly 50 likes, guys. Keep smashing the thumbs up as you get in the stream and help us get to 100 likes. Vito Garetta says, who do you think will win the league this season? Right, okay, so before I get into the City and United preview, I'll answer your question there, Vito. I personally think it actually will be these scummers that we're going to be facing tomorrow, because they seem to buy everything, don't they? And they just buy the league. They have got a very good side. I mean, they're not top at the moment. But even if they did lose tomorrow to Manchester United, they're still only 4 points off of Arsene Hollands at the top. So who would you put your money on? If you look at the top of the table right now, the likes of Arsenal, City, Tottenham, Brighton, Chelsea, United, who would you put your money on? If you had to bet your left bollock on one of those teams winning the league this season, it's not going to be pissing Arsenal, that's for sure. It's not going to be bloody Spurs. I'd sooner go for us than those. But in all honesty, it is Manchester City. They probably will, over the course of the season, manage to cheat their way to the title, mate. So I'm expecting that it will be City that finish first, even if we beat them tomorrow. So, yeah, what do you guys think? That's a good question, actually. Let's ask the live chat then, seeing as you asked that, Vito. Great question, lad. Guys, let us know in the live chat, who do you think is going to win the league this season? Is it going to be City? Will there be a surprise? I don't think it's going to be Liverpool, is it? I mean, it's early. I guess over the course of the season, they're going to be able to claw it back, and, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But they are absolutely melting at the moment, mate, which is great to see. Some may say their title challenges, you know, it's looking poor already, definitely. So let's have a look then. So Skills, how you doing there, my friend? Liverpool's a sinking ship, says Primot. ZX Flame says City. Chris Koo says City. It's a long season. It is a long season, Madhouse. You know, it's going to take, obviously, you know, if they win the next 5 games in a row, they'll probably be up there. You know, they're probably not up near there. But they've got to do that first. They don't look very good at the moment. AMG says United. RJ says Man City. City by a mile says Fabio. City says Real Bro. Liverpool peaked last season, said Red Devils 20. There you go. I know. Hopefully this is the downturn in their whole fortunes now. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, a complete drop off by the Scousieries would be very, very nice if they did finish like 6th or something this season. Just imagine if the Scousers finished 6th. I fucking love it, man. That'd be brilliant because they have got a good squad and it would be a failure. It would be a definite failure by Jurgen Klopp and the players if they didn't have a good season and finish anywhere near the top. Arsenal says Josh Hernandez. Come on now, Josh Hernandez, lad. Let's not have a laugh too much, lad. It's City Scummer, says Marciota. So a lot of people in the live chat, Crazy Joe Davola thinks City. So does Madhouse. Gaming Sim New Legend says United. So he's feeling positive. I mean, you never know, do you? Primot agrees as well. You never know, do you guys? Like, it's feasibly possible. It has happened before. Teams have won it surprisingly. Leicester City. If Leicester City could win it, then United under Ten Hag, if we get that momentum and belief, could happen. But I'm not even going to talk about that right now because I don't think it's realistic at all. Hey, what's going on, Griffo Chaz? It's Ultimate Team, my friend. Weekends are for Ultimate Team, mate. Vito Coretta, thank you for another super chat here. He says, will you play FIFA 23? I will be, mate. I'll be back on tonight about 11:15 after this preview, in fact, on this channel doing a FIFA stream. So come and join us a bit later on, mate, around about 11:15. Yes, lad, I will be. Thank you for asking. Thanks for the super chat, everyone. Let's get another Sue in there. Christopher McKinnon says probably City Pig. Yeah, Probably Brighton, says Mason Gaming. United, says Mickey Kramer. Okay, well, I love your positivity, everyone. I really, really do. Hey, Chloe Jenkins thinks shitty and Vito. Big Bear, what's going on, my son? He says Malasia on fire tomorrow. I hope you're right. Everyone, thanks for getting in, by the way. Bruce, Mohammed, Ben Dor, Chris Koo, Malps, Mason, Master Yoda, T20 Roberts, Simon. Just want to say hello to all the legends I haven't just yet. So then, let's talk about the game, guys. Let's talk about it. So, team news for the game. You all want to know what's going on. Well, John No Bone Stones is out, guys, with an injury there. Of course, he was off with a hamstring issue for Manchester City. Also, Laporte has returned to training, but he's not expected to play. Other than that, City seem to have a lot of their players, all their players fit. United, on the other hand, we are much in a similar situation. So, Manchester United captain Harry Maguire will not be playing due to a hamstring injury on international duty. And, you could insert a laughter noise there, guys, but I'm not going to because, it's not good to celebrate somebody's injury, is it? You know what I mean? That's not good, is it? But what it is good is that we won't be having Harry Maguire feature in the team tomorrow, which is good. Just saying how it is, in my opinion, our backline's much better keeping Slabo Maguire far, far away. So the fact that he's injured, he sustained an injury on international duty, that's a plus point from me. That's no bad thing, because I think it means that we are forced into playing, and we should be anyway, playing our best backline, right? So Harry Maguire out is obviously a big thing. In fact, funny enough, Eric Ten Hag's been sort of defending Maguire in the press. Maybe that's what he has to do, of course, as the manager, and to protect the Glazers' asset. He can't just put the boot in and say, yeah, he's playing with the under-18s now and he's shite. He's on big money. There's a certain ego, a certain face that United's board have to keep as well by having this guy around, even though he may not well be good enough, even though Ten Hag may already realise that he's not the man for him at centre-back, and he's already established a partnership with Martinez and Varane. But he was speaking passionately about Slabo Maguire and his personality and his quality, stating that everybody at the club is backing him to show his best form. So he says, first of all, I have to coach him, I have to back him, but I back him because I believe in him. And in the period I've worked with him, pre-season was good. And I would say he was really good in training and in games. Then he falls out of the team, but that is also to do with the good performance of the centre-backs I'm playing now. But I can see qualities, and even after not being in the team, he has played really well. So basically, he's the next Phil Jones, is what he's saying there. That's pretty much what I took from it. But no, more importantly, the quality was really there. And you can see in his career, he's almost on 50 caps for England, and already with Leicester and United, he has performed really well. What you see is high potential. Then it is about him, the players in the dressing room, the coaches, the manager. We all believe in him. So listen, just from this point of view, right, of course, Ten Hag wants to try and utilise the players he's got, and there will be games when Maguire's going to be coming in there. I think it's already safe to say that right now, Harry Maguire is not first choice centre-back, and it's the first time we said that for a couple of seasons, obviously, since he came in. And that's brilliant, because he's shy, guys, and now we've got an actual decent centre-back pairing to come in. But, there's a lot of stick that's been labelled Harry Maguire's way, and a lot of it justified. But also, I'm not going to necessarily celebrate his injury. I just think that it's good that he's not going to be playing. So that's basically one of the injury problems we've got, and that's about it. So get in there, my son. I'm just joking. Right. Okay, we've got a super chat. I missed it. Sorry. Thank you, Ricardo dos Santos Nortman, you legend. Thank you. He says, I'd put my money on Arsenal if I didn't want my left bollock. Arsenalans flop eventually like they always do. Mate, okay, so you're looking to be a half eunuch by placing that bet. Fair play to you, Ricardo dos Santos Nortman, lad. Okay then, yeah, well, good call. Good call. I wouldn't bet on Arsenal to win the league. Right now, they're 4 points clear. If City lose tomorrow, they'll still be 4 points clear. If City win tomorrow, they'll only be a point clear. I mean, I certainly don't think that Arsenal are going to have the legs over the course of a 38-game season to be able to win the league. And it's just too much. It's just too big. It's just too much of a bottle job club. And Sharteta's too much of a sharp merchant. And if you actually look at sort of the inconsistencies in their side the last couple of years, I don't see how that could go away overnight. They have played favourable teams so far, apart from Spurs and United, and they lost to United and they beat Spurs in that North London derby. It's a big, passionate game at home. Okay, they've done just about as what they should at the moment. So let's see when they actually get into the nitty-gritty games against the likes of the cities of this world and stuff, and see how they actually can do. Because I reckon they'll probably, over the course of a season, shart the bed. But they're pushing for top four. Okay, we've got another super chat here. I'm just catching up, guys. Thank you very much, Simon Warner. He says, how can you stop Haaland? 3 months on it. Hey, Simon Warner, you legend. Welcome in, man. Thanks for being here for 3 months, my friend, and thank you very much for getting your super chat in there. So how can you stop Haaland? Well, this is what I'm hoping for in the game tomorrow. Really what I want to happen is essentially, for take your pick, Casemiro, Martinez, somebody with a bit of guile about them. In fact, what I'd probably do is just start Scott McTominay and then just get him to absolutely just snap Haaland right early on. Channel his inner Roy Keane and just go through his knee bone. That's right. So just do him raw. Get him off the pitch early. Take the red card. And now it's time to play some more prison football. You know? That's what I would do. But hey, look, I don't know if we're in those day and age anymore. So, but Scott McTominay on as a sacrificial lamb to just completely go and do him would probably actually be a decent idea. But I know we would be down one player, but hey, look, then we just continue kicking the shite out of them. No, listen, that's not what's going to happen. In reality, to stop Haaland, we're going to have to unleash the butcher. We're going to have a great performance from Varane and Martinez. So from our defensive point of view, we've actually played very, very well recently. You can't say that the rest of the team necessarily has looked amazing at times. Last Europa League game was Guff, for instance. We struggled maybe to get the results, but we did get the results in some of those Premier League games recently even as well. But there was definitely a good defensive unit, a good defensive display, a great partnership, a great quartet being established there, or a quintet with Davide De Gea there. So you got like some Malacia now cementing himself as the next Evra, keeping pie lover Luke Shaw well and truly out there munching pies. You've also got Mr. Maguire bench now due to the centre back partnership that seems to be the best one we've had for years at least. It's early doors, but we'll see. Martinez and Varane. And Dallow's been doing really well as well and looks absolutely brilliant this season in all fairness. And we'll see how he continues. Can he defend against the big boys, etc., the best players in the world? We'll see. But that back line fills me with a lot of hope and confidence that United are going to be able to get the job done against Manchester City tomorrow, because, or at least get some sort of a result. Because if you're tough to beat like that and you're defensively strong, that's how you stop a player like Haaland, just Martinez pocketing him throughout the game. It can happen if you've got a colossal centre back in there and he puts in a colossal centre back performance. Of course, we could stop Haaland from scoring. In fact, I saw something where the last game that those two faced against each other, it was 4-0 to Martinez's side mate, and he didn't score any fucking goals. So let's hope that this happens again. So in regards to that, he is going to be their danger man, of course, and as well as the likes of Kevin De Bruyne. So let's get into some team news. So the injury concerns are, Marcus Rashford is recovering from a little thigh injury, but he's expected that he will be featuring probably. We'll see. I think he will start. We'll get into that in a moment. But he's joined training and he's probably going to be fit to start. Same goes for Tony Martial. There's a lot of speculation about when will Tony be back. Tony may feature from the bench or something like that, I think, tomorrow. I don't think he will start tomorrow. But there's a quote from Ten Hag on him yesterday, which said that we have some doubts with Anthony Martial, but he was training all week with the group, so I'm really happy with the situation. He is performing really well. He makes a good impression. So, he probably will be being brought back into the side pretty slowly. Dubravka's got a little bit of a muscular injury. It doesn't affect anything anyway, does it? Harry Maguire, hamstring strain, and Brando's got some sort of a undisclosed thing going on where he's ruled out as well, and Donny's got a knock. Other than that, everyone's basically fit to play. In regards to the team lineups, perhaps a likely team lineup for City could be something like Ederson, Walker, Akanji, Diaz, Cancelo, Silva, Rodri, De Bruyne, with Foden, Haaland, and Greenish. Something maybe like that at the moment. They've got Laporte out, That's obviously a pretty filth-looking side. Man United side, let me get the lineup up on the screen then, folks, so you guys can see. This is my predicted lineup. Let's get into the predicted lineup for the game. So this is my predicted lineup for the game. We'll see if we go with that lineup. Maybe not. We might even play a different formation. We'll see, but I don't think we will. But look, this is what I've gone for here that I think Ten Hag's going to go with. As you'll see, there's no Cristiano Ronaldo in there. No Cristiano Ronaldo in there. So I don't believe that he's going to be playing tomorrow, certainly not from the start. Don't really know what's going on with Cristiano Ronaldo, just resting, yeah. So I don't really know what's going on with him. But if you actually look at recent weeks and the fixtures that we've had in the league, obviously Ten Hag has not really favoured Cristiano Ronaldo starting. And so just got a feeling that it'll probably be, Rashford maybe starting at the top of the pitch. But who really knows? It could be even Tony Martial, or it could be Cristiano. There's so many different options there. But just based on what we've seen from Ten Hag recently, I feel like that would be the case. The rest of the team, David De Gea, I mean, the back line completely picks itself. Malacia, Martinez, Varane and Dalot. That's, of course, got to be the back line, which has been the best defensive unit we've seen for a little while. Gone with Casemiro and Eriksen in the midfield. Maybe that's a little bit, out there, but you essentially got Bruno and Eriksen going all over the gap. Casemiro sitting deep in front of the back line, and it could work in regard. It's obviously the most technical, gifted players we've got, and Eriksen's been one of the best players for us this season, so it should work. That's the idea here. Just match their technicalities with technicalities, perhaps. Now, we've seen Scott McTominay utilised. Scott McTominay likes to get himself stuck in some of these physical games against rivals and that kind of thing. And we've seen him used recently by Ten Hag and him perform pretty well. You could see him in there instead in that sort of position. Depends how combative we're looking to be in the centre of midfield. You may well see that happen. But if I had to ask you guys, so let's just say Bruno is playing in front of the midfield too, say. Let me ask you, who do you think Ten Hag will select for the game tomorrow in the midfield too? Let's just move this over here a little bit so you guys can see the chat. But yes, who do you think that Ten Hag will select in the midfield too? Fred could be Fred, yes. For me, Casemiro has to start. Well, we bought him for 70 mil, right? He's a gifted player. We haven't seen the best of him yet, but I'm with you as well, Malps. Like, we've got him in for a reason. He is a classy individual. He's combative. He's somebody that's got great range of pass that can control, the game from deep and get the play going and just gift it to the players like Bruno and Eriksen and this kind of thing, and get it down the wings and just make a little bit from deep. I mean, he's more of a, defensive-minded, combative sort of player, but he can definitely pass. He can definitely get us going. And so I think, why would we play McTominay instead of him, say, when he's doing the bits, man? McTominay and Eriksen, says Annie Young. Wow, okay. Oh, we got a highlighted member comment. Sorry, I missed that. Let's go have a look then. Man, thank you so much for that. Let's go and have a look. We got a highlighted member comment. It's Billy, mate. What's going on, Billy? Billy, how you getting on, dude? Great to see you. Hey, what's going on, man? I know. He says, Pig, when are we getting the red panties emoji? Oh, I know. Well, there's one there, actually, but that's a bra and panties, isn't it? But you know what? I'm going to get that sorted out for you just after this stream, Billy, okay? I'll get it sorted out just for you, mate. I'll get you some red panties, mate. And we'll sort the emoji out too. Thank you, Billy. Let's get a hashtag 25 in there for this legend who's been a member of this channel for 25 months. Thank you so much for joining us, by the way, you absolute legend. Fred and Eriksen, says Berber. Interesting. He's got that raw sort of energy from Fred and the technicalities from Eriksen. McFred, says Fabio. Oh, man, imagine McFred. I just don't want to see McFred again. For me, Casemiro. Scott and Eriksen, says Madhouse. Cassie and Fred, says Chris Koo. Interesting, Cassie and Fred, the Brazilian connection. Gungshi says McTominay and Eriksen, maybe then Casemiro on in the second half. Yeah, fair play. I mean, I just don't really understand why we've necessarily bought this guy, this big, huge player who's a winner, if we're not going to play him in the big games. I feel like Casemiro, but hey, look, no, a lot of people in the live chat thinking McTominay would start. His form would suggest that maybe he will. Plus, he is that kind of a player that in those sorts of games, whether it's against Leeds or Liverpool or City, he's like that sort of a player where he's got a bit of needle about him. He's got a bit of nasty to get stuck in. He's going to just leave it on you, and that's what you need. You need somebody who's got a bit of bollocks about them. So I can understand it. Eriksen and McTominay, says Susan Lively Sue. Bruno and Eriksen, says Simon Warner. Nice one. McTominay has improved his recent form under Ten Hag, but I would go Casemiro and Eriksen. That's sort of how I feel as well. McTominay has done well recently, but still, you've got to go with your best players, I believe, and I think Cassie is that. But haven't seen the best from Casemiro yet, obviously. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you being a member all this time, mate. 25 months a legend. Hello, the Reptilian. What's going on, bud? Hey, Berber, mate. He's getting on for 3 years a member. That's absolutely amazing, guys. Let's get a hashtag 34. Raw in the live chat there. That's one of the longest members of the channel, if not the longest. Him and Griffo and some of these other unbelievable original members, the OGs, as I like to call them, the OPs, original pigsters. Thank you to you legends, guys. But Berber, man, is one of those. He's a long-time legend. Thank you for supporting this channel for 3 years, mate, and always being there. And obviously, he's got a great channel now as well called The Gaming Sim. Please do check out The Gaming Sim, guys. But 34 months, this guy has been a member of this channel for. You what? That's awesome, man. Thank you very much. And he says, with his highlight member comment, I hope Slabby pulls his hammy and steps on Lego before every game for the rest of his United career. Oh, my goodness. Oh, stepping on Lego. Oh, my goodness. There's only one thing worse than that, and that's an upturned plug. Oh, my goodness. Stepping on Lego's horrendous. That's what I would do in a zombie apocalypse, guys, is I would just distribute loads of Lego around. And then around the outside perimeter of my house. Hey, nice one there, Burber, you legend. Thank you for supporting the show for 34 months. Lots of 34s getting in the live chat. Legends. Hey, we've got 169 legends watching this stream right now. 73 likes. Drop the like button if you just joined us, guys. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well, because we're on here every day giving the latest United news. Well, we will be now anyway. We had a little bit of a break and the new FIFA out. We've been very busy doing FIFA-related content last few days, but we will be getting straight back into doing raw amounts of United content all the time. So back tomorrow for the watch along, of course, for the game at 1:30 p.m. Make sure you come along and tune in then, guys. But hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon, and get yourself involved in the chat. If you want to have your say, just say hello in the chat, and we have a big Q&A at the end. And get yourself in there. You'll distribute something around. Nice one, David Scott. Save the upturned plugs for the World Cup. Yeah, true. That's what we just need to put loads of upturned plugs outside Haaland's room tonight. Or sorry, Lego outside. And then in the World Cup, yeah, just for Slabby Maguire's room. Let's Slabby ball with Carragher, Simon Warner. Hey there, Mickey Kramer. What's going on? Really, David Scott? Well, sometimes that happens, bud. Right then, so let's get back into it, guys. So team news, there's my team prediction. I think that's what Ten Hag's going to go for. We may see Cristiano Ronaldo start. Let's ask the chat. Does Cristiano Ronaldo start? Smash a 1 if you think he does start. Smash a 2 if you think he does not start and maybe he's on the bench or whatever the case may be, but not really too sure what's going on with Cristiano Ronaldo at the moment. I don't know, doesn't seem too in Ten Hag's favours. Perhaps all that business of him perhaps wanting to leave in the summer has had the effect that Ten Hag's looking to get that team unity with a different set of players, maybe. I don't know. But lots of 2s coming in the live chat. 1, we have no choices, Malps. 2, 1, but after an hour. I think he's going to feature, to be fair. I think he's going to feature, but ultimately, I don't think he's going to start. I think Cristiano Ronaldo probably benched again, because if you think what Ten Hag's going to want from this game as well, potentially it could be the situation where City have a lot of the ball. City are at home, they have a lot of the ball. Now, Ten Hag's probably going to want his players to get at them as much as we can, but also there will be a lot of times when they do have a bit of the ball and we're going to have to sort of hit them quickly on the break and that kind of thing. I think if you've got Rashford up there, even on his own, he's just got the ability to just stretch the opposition a little bit with his pace. Ronaldo, as much as he is just an ultimate finisher, fox in the box beast, maybe in this sort of game to get somebody a bit more mobile up there who's going to get the ball and take it and just be like lightning quick up there, it does actually make a little bit of sense on the counter to try and hurt them in a quick, swift move. So if you have like a front three of Anthony, Sancho, and Ronaldo, they can do that. Obviously, Ronaldo's an ultimate finisher, but just if he's leading the line like that, is he somebody that when you're on the halfway line, say, you're on the halfway line as the striker and you're waiting for the ball because your team's fucking getting peppered or something, is Ronaldo the sort of guy where you play the ball up to him, he's going to be able to orchestrate that build up and play? Yes, to a degree. Absolutely, he is a very good player. But Rashford, he can get the ball, he can be sprinting clean through away, and he's away because he's just lightning quick. So for that reason, I think maybe he can stretch the opposition a little bit more. So I think Ten Hag's going to start Rashi, and Ronaldo comes on a bit later in the game, maybe for a little cheeky little late cheeky little Sue. We'll see. But doesn't seem to be like top of the pecking order at the moment for Ten Hag. Ten Hag is not really somebody that seems bothered at all by the name or the reputation or the ego or what's been surrounding the whole Ronaldo saga lately. He doesn't seem bothered by that. He's quite happy to just play the team that he thinks is the absolute best for the task. So I think it'll be Rashi up top. Yeah, Simon says Rashford got player of the month for September and Eric got manager of the month. Absolutely, mate, I know. So check this out, guys. Of course, they did. It's an absolutely fantastic achievement. Get in there. Can we just get some applause emojis in there, actually? Come on, get in there. Ten Hag doing absolute bits, mate. Fantastic job he did. And, of course, Rashford as well. I mean, if we have a look at Rashford's record so far this season, okay, maybe he hasn't exactly mesmerised in these games that he's been in, but he's been super effective. So he's played 6 Premier League games so far, made 6 Premier League appearances. That's 523 minutes of football in the Premier League. And he scored 3 goals and he's assisted twice. So a contribution of 5 goals in 6 games in 523 minutes from Marcus Rashford so far this season. Now, it's only the first few games of the season. But look, those are great stats. If he can continue doing that, that's going to be much better than the absolute dross that he managed last season. So, I mean, if we actually have a look at his stats last season, guys, it was dross. So last season, he's already, by the way, just so you know, he's almost matched his stats for last season already. He just needs 1 goal. No joke. So that's how bad Rashford was last season, and that's how decent he's been at the start of this season. Last season, he played 25 appearances in the Premier League for Man United, got 4 goals and 2 assists. And this season, he's played 6 times, and he's got 3 goals and 2 assists. So that tells you everything. Rashford has been revitalised under Ten Hag. Hopefully, anyway, that seems to be the case. He's going towards that direction of getting better and improving again. He's going to have to prove it to himself that he can be consistent, and to Ten Hag and to us. But I'm really hoping that he comes good, because he's Manc born and bred. I love what he does off the pitch, as long as it doesn't affect what he does on the pitch. I think he's a great bloke. I just want him to be successful at United and get back on the right track. But you've got to pull your weight at United. We've got no room for hangers on. Since Ten Hag's come in, to be fair to a lot of the players' attitude, it does seem like there's been a little bit of a change. Look at Tony before he got injured. Tony Martial was just like a rabid Wolverine out there, going nuts, like really, really trying to prove himself, trying to make something of himself under Ten Hag. And Rashford's been doing that so far. So we've got to credit Eric Ten Hag. He deserves the manager of the month, in my opinion. And Rashford, you could argue other players like, I don't know, De Bruyne or Haaland or whoever could have been given it. But Rashford, statistically, throughout the month, did a very good few games. So get in there, Rashford, and get in there, Eric Ten Hag. Fantastic. But statistically speaking, Rashford's had a good start. He's got to keep it up. Hopefully he starts. And hopefully if he does start, he plays well. Pig, did you have any problem when you bought FIFA points on Xbox? I did not actually, too wrong, V. No issues really, my friend. Hopefully you get them soon if you're waiting for them. That's cash. Right then, okay, so I think it's fair to say that Rashford's probably going to feature, but he's just recovering from an injury. He's been training, and all signs look good at the moment. Tony Martial, similar sort of situation. Right, let's look at the form guide. So Man United are in decent sort of form. We've got the 4th best league form. And it's not very great, is it? But it's better than what it was. Considering we lost the first 2 games of the season, I think it's an absolute achievement that we've got the 4th best form over the last 6 games, because we won the last 4 games, which is obviously fantastic. Got ourselves just about on track. We're still 6th in the league at the moment. A win for us propels us into the top 4. That's the reality of the situation. So if Man United beat them tomorrow, then we go into 4th place. So we can start believing that maybe we can have a bit of a title challenge this season, and start hoping that top 4 will be a real reality at the very minimum. So look, big game tomorrow. Pep's Melts are obviously looking to scupper that. They've got the 2nd best form in the league, and they are of course 2nd in the league. The only team better than them in terms of form right now is Arsenal. So of course City is a tough place to go. But one thing I just want to talk about, people are saying, we won't have a chance against Man City tomorrow. Well, I'd just like to tell you about this. So the last 8 visits that Manchester United have had to Manchester City's stadium, the Etihad, we won the last one, we drew the one before, we won the one before that, we did lose the one before that, then we won the 3 previous ones, and we lost the one before that. Those are the last 8 visits to the Etihad. So we've won 5 out of the last 8 and drawn 1 and only lost 2 out of the last 8 visits to the Etihad. And that's when, arguably, Manchester United have been really quite shite. So, it's not like it's an unwinnable game. It's not an unwinnable game. People are completely writing us off. It's not an unwinnable game. Manchester United look better right now. Ten Hag's just got manager of the month for a reason, because we've gone on a tear of winning 4 games in a row in the league. We are looking a bit better. Our defence looks a lot stronger. We do have great players in there. Anthony's come in. He scored on his debut. He's gone maybe a little bit quiet in the last couple of games. We saw little appearances. Early days for him. He could come on and score a bloody hat-trick. He looks a great player. So we've got a lot of hope that we can get the job done against them. I think we will. You know what? I think we will, guys. I think we will. I was thinking previously. So up until today, I was thinking it's going to be a really tough game. And I was thinking we'll be lucky to get a draw. But you know what? I've just got a feeling like it's a passionate game. I think if you look at what Ten Hag's focused on since he's been here, it's attitude. It's attitude. And he's changed the attitude of a lot of these players. And he's probably going to have them fired up ready to go to war tomorrow, I would hope. And they're going to be out there just absolutely bursting lungs. So will City. But look, anything can happen on this day. We've got a good enough team to beat them. So I'm just leaning towards Man United getting the job done, guys. I'm going for a 2-1 victory to Manchester United. Come on, United! Smash up the blue scum tomorrow. What's your prediction for the game, everybody? Get your thoughts and opinions in. So what's your scoreline? What's your prediction? Let me know. I'm going for 2-1 to Manchester United. If you look at the last form in regards to how many times we've gone to the Etihad, and just the upturn in form Manchester United have had, it's highly possible we can get a result. You think possibly 2-1 or 3-1 to United, says Simon Warner. Yes, that's right. In confidence, we can do this 2-0. Get in there, Mickey Kramer, my son. Griffo says, in all fairness, there was only 2 games in September. He could have easily paid one if they showed it at Leicester a day before. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I guess definitely fortunate that those 2 games were missed out on. You're absolutely right. I'm confident we can do this 2-0, says Mickey Kramer. Come on, get in there. 3-1 says Craw to City. 2-1 says Chloe Jenkins. CR7 won't need to be fired up, says Rashford Malaysia. Okay, but why is that? Because he's going to be benched? Don't know. He might start. We'll see. Hopefully. I mean, I still want Ronaldo to come in and just prove everyone wrong again. There's so many doubters saying that he's finished. He's not finished. Cristiano's not finished. You don't just completely drop off overnight. He's got plenty to offer still. It's just that he is now beginning to diminish a little bit, and he's had a really rocky start to the season. But for all reasons, personal reasons, pre-season, and just like now Ten Hag going with different sort of options. It is a difficult time for him. And he doesn't really I don't think he really wants to be in the Europa League guff, etc. Gungshi says, I think so too, Pig. United will be up for this match. That's it. I hope you're right, says Maps. That's it. I think we'll just be up for it. It'll be a tough game, of course, but maybe we'll just snatch it in some sort of dramatic fashion. Could be a tight game, 1-0 to United, 2-1 to City. But one thing that United have improved on massively recently under Ten Hag is not only the attitude, as I say, but the defending. Like the actual unity, the positioning, just the quality of player we got in there is better now across the board. Malacia seems like a breath of fresh air. He could be a big factor in us getting a result from that game. If he has a really big game like we know he's capable of, and that he's basically done every time he's played so far, then they're going to struggle to get beyond him. And then Martinez is just such a terrier, such a beast. Like he's after a couple of shaky games, I guess, where we had our doubts, he's proven himself to be an absolutely fantastic player, just in both terms of like attitude, leadership, and tenacity, but also just like quality, like his pace, his passing, his positioning, all the 3 Ps. They're much better than what we've basically got on the bench. So yeah, very happy with the defense, and all good teams have built defense. If we get the defense playing well tomorrow, then City will find it tough to beat us. But they are a really good team, so you never know. Charlie Anthony, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. He says, the Etihad, you mean the empty had, Pig? That's true, yes, I do mean that. Or the shitty had. No, oh, man. Charlie Anthony, thank you so much, bro. Come and get a Sue in there for Charlie Anthony for the super chat. Right, predictions from everyone then. So Chris Koo thinks a 2-2 draw. Master Yoda thinks it's going to be 1-1. 2-1 says Berber. 3-1 says Rajat. 2-0 says Primot. 4-1 City says Boyce. 4-1 says John Allen to City. 4-2 to City says Madhouse. I had a dream we won 5-0 says Lewis. Get in. 1-0 Pig says Charlie. 4-2 to United says Skeptic. 1-1 says Mighty Braga. 4-1 United says Mark Nurse. Ronaldo brace to silence the critics. Eric Rompe says 10-3 to City. 2-1 United says Susan Lively Sue or a draw. Mohammed thinks 1-2 to United. Biddy thinks 3-2 to City Pig. Griffo thinks 2-0 to City. Still a bit off from City levels. I mean, yes, we are a bit off from City levels. Of course we are, over the course of a 38-game season. But as I've said, we've been off the City levels for a long time. But the last 8 fixtures, the last 8 visits to the Etihad, we've won 5 of. So it's about the day. If we turn up, we have it. We've got that passione, that Don Pigliani passione speaking from the balls. And we go out there and we put in a real full-blooded performance. Then, of course, it's going to be a winnable game. So I'm not thinking, they're a much better team than us, which over the course of the season, they probably are right now. Even still, with Ten Hag just coming in, he's only just begun after all. Their season, they spent so much money. They've got Pep, they've done all this. They've got all the years of experience and everything on us. But on one given game, you just never know. We can smack them up, my son. Come on. Hashtag I believe. Let's get a hashtag I believe in the live chat. Come on. By the way, guys, we're 10 likes off of 100 likes. Let's have a little Baker Brigade like spike. Help us boost up on the algorithm and also compete with the clickbait melters and corporation channels by smashing a free little like on it. And also hit the sub up if you're new and get yourself involved and have your say. 10 to City, says Jaheem McGee. Sitting and missing their best player tomorrow, says Bubba. Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, that's so true. Guaranteed goal when Maguire playing, eh? 3-2 United come quickly, says Wayne Mains. Okay, guys, so very, very, very good comments, predictions there from you legends. Thanks for getting in there. So I do think we'll get a tight victory. I'm just trying to be optimistic, guys. I was trying to be realistic and thinking, oh, you know, a draw, and that is a realistic result. Maybe even some would argue the more realistic result would be for City to win the game based on the fact that they're the champions, etc., and that they're second right now and they just have more points. Maybe people would say that, but I don't think so. In a full-blooded derby game like this, we're going to smash them up, my friends. Lewis, thanks for getting your highlighted member comment in, bud. He's been a member for 4 months. Let's get a 4 in there. Lewis says, Martinez to snap Haaland. Come on, United. Yes, mate. That's what we're all hoping for. We're hoping somebody just gets stuck into him early. I mean, you know, the problem is Haaland is such a beast. If you actually look at what he's done so far, he seems to have everything. That's the problem. He's got the positioning, the power, the reading of the game, the heading ability, the aerial ability, the physicality in every sort of area. He's quick, he's strong, he's good reader of the game, he's good finisher, great striker of the ball. That's the problem. Like, stopping somebody like that is going to be tough for Varane and Martinez to do. But I know they can do it, guys. I know they can do it. They're going to pocket that absolute Ghostbusters 2 painting melt. Yes, my friend, that's right. Foot Maguire, get Dawson in there, says Ross Smith. Hello there, Henry. Stay gold as well, thinks 2-1 to United. Yeah, well, look, okay, fair enough. You might think I'm on the happy pills there, John Peter. I'm just trying to stay optimistic, mate. You know, we've been in good form. Man City are always a tough game for us, but actually, you know, there's many tough games previous years where I was not thinking we get the result. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for instance, or whoever just managed to grind out and eat a little cheeky little win for us against the scum. So we can beat them, guys. We can beat them. We can beat them. We can beat them. We're going to beat them, guys. Come on, United. Right then. So just quickly then, let's get into some of the other stuff I've got here then. So just a few little bits and bobs to discuss. So Barca apparently interested in Diogo Dalot for the future. Not really gonna discuss that too much because I don't think he's going anywhere based on recent form. Like, if he continues as he is and we get into top 4, then, you know, he's not going to be going anywhere. But apparently Barca have got interested in him. Rob Dawson reported that Jude Bellingham is central to United's transfer plans next summer. So just a couple of little random transfer stories that have come out since then. Since the last time we spoke, those are a couple of the meatier ones. I mean, not even really going to discuss him, to be honest. But Jude Bellingham is a great player that we want to get in the future. But the problem is, right now, we have just got this set of players in January. It's not likely that we're going to be signing anybody. So we'll see. But at the moment, I think we'll probably lose the Bellingham race unless Man United do something pretty amazing this season and get back on track to being a proper competitive side. Then I could see it happening. But at the moment, we've got to prove that. And just finally, I wanted to mention this because, you know, Christopher Nkunku. So Christopher Nkunku is looking likely to be going to Chelsea, guys. So I just wanted to mention this before we get into the live chat, basically, for the Q&A and stuff. Just a couple of little bits of transfer news quickly. But basically, yeah, so Christopher Nkunku medical test with Chelsea. All parties want to keep the medical secret. Chelsea will keep it quiet too. Now waiting to reach a full agreement with RB Leipzig. This is from Fabrizio Romano this morning. So... yeah, just one thing, because that's a player that was linked to Manchester United as a potential future signing we can make up the top of the pitch. And he's now having medical tests, apparently, with Chelsea scummers and all this sort of stuff going on. So, keeping it secret. Pretty weird, guys. Pretty weird, guys. But there you go. So, just wanted to mention that, because that's a target. I think we could potentially be missing out on that guy. But anyway, never mind. Right then. So, I think we're going to get into the live chat for a cheeky little bit of a Q&A, guys. Pep Guardiola was quoted on his future at City, by the way, saying, if I stay at City, it's perfect. If I don't stay at City, the club will be perfect too. I know how strong they are and how good the decisions are. Please go. You know what I mean? Can we just get a little hashtag Pep out? Because, look, as much as I, just said we're going to smash them up tomorrow, they've had a bit of a stranglehold on the Premier League since he's been here. And he knows what he's doing with regards to these big money clubs when they've got a shitload of resources, unlimited resources, and he is a Rolls Royce manager. He needs the Rolls-Royce players, but he is a Rolls-Royce manager. And while he's in the league, it is going to be more difficult for Manchester United to win the league. So I really hope he goes. Yeah, he goes. Let's get a hashtag Pepper and a hashtag Glazers out as well. Rashford Valation, my son. Great shout. Love your style. Yeah, so Pep Guardiola's quoted as saying that 13 hours ago, just in regards to his future. When asked about his future, he says, if I stay, it'll be perfect. If I go to a different club, it'll be perfect. Maybe just leaving the door open for him to go. Right, okay then, folks. So that's basically it, really. Yep, there's the team news, there's the tactics, there's our predictions and everything. Let's get in and have a chat with the Bacon Brigade legends in for a Q&A for a bit before we get off and get back on for FIFA. So let's hear your thoughts and opinions about any of the topics we discussed or anything in your mind. Get it in there. Let's see what you guys are saying for yourself. And also smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and subscribe to chat and have your say. Hashtag stay Pep. Get out there, Keshav Chandang Singh. Gareth says, will all the Glazers out stuff fall off if you finish top 3? I don't think it's ever going to fall off, mate. I mean, I honestly don't think so. I mean, it's not necessarily, they could win the league and it's not going to stop anything. Honestly, you know, that will change nothing to me if they win the league. If they win the league, it'd just be they've got lucky. You know, it's not like it means that they've still got the club out of debt. It's not like they've paid off the 500 million debt we're still in. It's not like they're putting any outside investments into the football club from exterior sources. No, they're just taking money out of the football club. So it's more about their ownership, their actions of this football club than it is the results, to be honest. You know, even if we were winning things, if they're still milking this club completely for everything that we've got, and don't just getting lucky or just have a great manager, great team, but they've just got their ideas are just to keep us in debt, get us in more debt, take money out for themselves, etc., then we'd still want them out. So I honestly don't think it's anything to do with that. I honestly just want them out. I want them out. It's the fact that they bought the club with debt money and still have us in that amount of debt and take out massive dividends, even in poor years where we're performing really badly or even bad financial years. They might take out loans. And it might seem like we've got, decent bit of cash here to spend on this and that, but they're just actually hurting us long term. So yeah, let's get some green and gold emojis in there and get some hashtag Glazers outs. Hate those toss pots. Don't defend those toss pots. Even if they do manage to win the league this season with Ten Hag, it doesn't affect the Glazers out movement at all. Hey there, City 10 getting in here. Says, good luck, your hubby MEFC be tight in our house tomorrow. Oh, crikey. Nice one. Well, hopefully we get the dub up then. Otherwise, he's going to be pretty pissed off. Stakehold says, Messi, Man United 2023. Andy Young says, Pig, Ten Hag doesn't change a winning team. Casemiro will be on the bench with Fred. McTominay starts with Eriksen and has. Yeah, okay, yeah, I feel you. Maybe so. You might be right, but you don't know that for sure. I mean, I'm just thinking, if I had Casemiro in my team and he was fit and available, this guy's just like, we bought him for 70 mil. He's 30 years of age. He's in his prime. He's on the back of a great campaign with Real Madrid, winning the Champions League, etc. I would want my best team out there against them. So for those reasons, I would go with Cassie. But you might be right. You might go with Scott McTominay in the midfield. It makes sense. You're right. He hasn't really changed much of the team when it's been winning. Billy says, Pig, how sick do you think Arsene Holland will be? Well, hang on a sec. How sick do you feel that Arsene Holland is at the top of the league? I support Spurs would do them today. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel that bad about it because I know they won't be there very long. It's very unlikely that they're going to be there for a significant amount of time. Just long enough, really, for them to get a false sense of security that they actually got bigger bollocks than the size of, raisins. And then they'll wake up to the realization that no, Shartessa does have tiny testicles still. And he's incapable of, he's a bit short for the job. And he probably will finish down below where he should be. So we'll see. They've had a great run at the start. They're doing really well. Spurs, Spurs are Spurs. You can't rely on Spurs for anything. You can't rely on Spurs for anything, guys, apart from to be bang average and never win anything. So they might seem good at the moment under Conte, and I think over the course of a season, they probably will go. But you can't rely on Spurs to beat Arsenal, even though Arsenal was shite. So, yeah, fact says AMG. Let the Rottweilers loose on City and keep Haaland away from our goal. Definitely, Simon. Can't we just re-sign Roy Keane for one game? You know what I mean? I'd be throwing punches at Haaland. If I was on that pitch, I wouldn't let him in the tunnel. It's a disgrace. Just get him on and snap him. And then just get a red card and go. Just come back for one game, Roy. Arsenal bench is terrible, says Compost Smurf. Big up yourself, Canster Gaming. Good luck to United tomorrow for City Scummer, says Canster. Thank you there, Canster Gaming. Appreciate you, bud. Andy Young says also pick up return with membership. Sadly, it's taken my highlighted message away. Oh, Andy Young, man. Thank you so much for becoming a member again, guys. Let's get some sues in there for Andy Young. I appreciate you becoming a member over here as well. What an absolute legend, Mr. Young, man. Thank you very, very much indeed. Get in there, my son. I think, yeah, you'll probably get one again in a month, and it will say how long it properly is. But that is that's annoying, isn't it? Right, hang on. I've missed the chat there for a second. Okay, let me go down. I have to start from the bottom here. Couldn't care if Arsenal win the league or even Liverpool. Just want our club out of this chaos. If we take ourselves, we are golden. Wait, I've read 2 comments together there, guys. Hang on. Sorry. It's difficult. Time for us to show Haaland he went to the wrong side of Manchester, says M. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, well, I'm glad he went there in the end. I don't like him. I think he's a tosser. Everything about him annoys me, to be honest. I don't know. I don't like him very much. He seems actually kind of humble, kind of nice. Like, he treats people with respect, and that's more than most people do. But at the same time, he's just a fucking city scummer, is he? What pisses me off? He's a second-generation city scummer as well. And that's the worst kind, because that's like a double scummer, That's like a bread scummer. So basically, he's second-generation city scummer, and the problem with that is, it's like he had the chances to play for United in the past, and had that Ole Gunnar link and all this sort of stuff, and didn't. And his dad was obviously city scummer. It's just what annoys me about it. What annoys me about it the most, and let me know if you know what I mean by this, is that City, to me, on the outside of it, right, they're just such a fake club. Like, I'm not just trying to even piss City fans off here. I'm just being honest. Like, as in, they're just new money bought club, fake money. Like, yes, okay, they have got the best of everything, but they're just fake. They just bought everything, bought all their success. They spent billions and billions and billions, and they're just some fake piss poor club. But now they've actually got themselves like a second generation City player, like somebody who is like the son of one of their City players. It's just like he's like, to them, if you're a City fan, like, you fucking love Haaland. Haaland's like a proper City man. Even though he's not a City man, he's come from, Germany, Dortmund. It's like he's a proper City man because he's a Haaland melt. And that pisses me off that they've got themselves a player like that. Because I would like to think of us having, I don't know, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. playing for us in a few years or something, doing awesome things. Like a second generation United player type vibe. And that pisses me off. Because they don't deserve that, because they're a bunch of twats. Anyway, so they don't deserve to have a second generation player like that, who's one of their own type vibe. They don't need that. Nepotism, says McKay Kramer. Oh, dudes. City will never win the Champions League, says Simon Warner. I really hope not, bud. I mean, I really, really do hope you're absolutely right. It's very difficult to win the Champions League. I mean, Fergie only managed to do it twice. That goes to show you how difficult it is. It's so tough. You're coming up against all the best teams. Anybody can beat anybody any given day. So it is very, very tough, mate, absolutely, to win it. So I think that they're probably not going to win it for a while. If Pep stays there, he's probably got the best chance of winning it, but he hasn't done yet for them. So, yeah, there you go. They still haven't done that. We don't want Stevie Wonder in charge of the match. No, we don't. City will win the Champions League this year. Mark my words. You think? I mean, I don't know about that. I'm not going to mark your words, bud, actually. I'm just going to leave them to float through into the ether of the live chat there, bud. I'm not going to mark them because I don't think it's true. Players need to fit the system, says Mickey Kramer. Absolutely. Wayne Michael Oliver, ref. Sorry, Wayne needed to be more specific. Oh, Michael Oliver. Yeah, oh, no. We can't play against City the same way we did against Arsenal. That's very, very true, mate. Absolutely. Hang on a sec. These comments are going a little bit quicker for me today. I don't know why I can't. I'm doing a piss poor job of reading them, aren't I, guys? Usually better than this. Hang on. We can't play the same way, says Daniel Peterson, as we did against Arsenal. Trying to contain City is like trying to catch water. We have to press them hard in the midfield. Otherwise, they will dominate us. I like your style. So there's 2 ways to go about it, isn't there? There's the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer way, which is to maybe even play 3 at the back, to keep it super tight, to just absorb pressure, just let them have it in front of us, and then to try and hit them and hurt them on the counter. I don't like that way, even though that was effective for us. I like the way you described, which is for us to, try and get in their faces and rough them up and not let them have any space and press the shite out of them, etc. That's what I like, but we'll see how Ten Hag approaches it. Hopefully it is that sort of a vibe. Are you on FIFA tonight? I am. Enigma47 will be back on in just over an hour, about 11:15. Compass Smurf says Pep's a cracking manager, but his failure in Europe for so long is confusing. He's had the best squad so many years. You're absolutely right, Compass Smurf, and for Bayern as well, right? So he only won the Champions League with Barcelona, right? He didn't manage to do it with Bayern. He didn't manage to do it with City. So at the moment, he's a one-club merchant, mate. You're a citizen and biased. This is our year to win the Champions League. Well, fair enough, the one moustache. You have got a great team. Maybe you'll do it, but I don't know. There's still other teams fighting for it, and it's just tough to win. Haaland is not a one-man team. He can and will be beaten. I like your style, Simon. Yes, mate. Martinez and Varane sandwich that, Mel. They're going to eat him in a bloody pastrami sandwich, mate. No dramas. They're just going to crunch him. Hope Ronaldo plays as A. Dykes. Me too. He's probably going to feature from the bench, but maybe he'll start. You never know. Piggy, I'm going to go to the butcher's tomorrow and ask for Haaland after Martinez has dealt with him. Love that, Lewis. Get a few links of Haaland for me as well. Jonathan says, counter-attack is only a way we can win, Pig. Do you think so? Maybe. I think you're probably somewhere right, though, at the moment, maybe, because City are just so very good and dominating with their play. However, I don't know. I mean, however, Manchester United, defensively speaking, we are very solid right now. We've got the pace and everything to hurt them on the counter. We are away. It's probably our best bet, but I still would hope that one day we're going to get to the way, the way that Liverpool plays City. When Liverpool play City, Liverpool don't bow down to City. They don't go, all right, we're going to sit back and try and hit you on the counter. No, Liverpool take the game to City like they take the game to anybody. I hope we're going to start getting towards that, but I don't think we're ready for that yet. I honestly don't think we're ready for that yet, to be honest. Not in the game tomorrow. We've only just started. Ten Hag's only just started, hasn't he? You think Ronaldo and Rashford should be in the red kit, says R.L. Taylor. Yes, interesting. Well, let's see. Hopefully, both of them will feature in the game. Can't wait. I think it'll be a cracking game. Hopefully lives up to the hype. Spot on, my son. Hope you're right as well there, Wayne Mains. How is he a good manager? Please tell me how he inherited Barca, inherited Munich, and then the money club. How send him to a club? Okay, he's a good manager because that Barcelona side, even though, yes, he did have the best players in the world, the likes of Dani Alves, the likes of, Messi and Iniesta and Xavi and all these guys, he still did get them playing the nicest football as well. Or not necessarily the nicest football, but certainly the most effective, the most smothering football. I found it boring personally, but the most effective, dominant football. The most dominant football. He did that Barcelona side in my lifetime. I can't remember, for a couple of year period anyway. Not forever, because there was a time when Bayern beat them 7-2 and, after that and all the rest of it, and then they tapered off. But before that Pep side, when Pep had him, that was a formidable side. So he's obviously clearly a great coach. And his style of coaching football has in some ways changed the modern game a little bit because of his smothering, shithouse, horrible ways. So he is definitely he's obviously a good coach, isn't he? But he's a tosspot as well. Pep's winning leagues all the time, though. He's definitely a good manager. He just hasn't won a Champions League yet. If it works, it dominates and it's winning. There you go, Rashford Felicia. I mean, I remember watching that game against Manchester United in the 2009 Champions League final, wherever it was. There was two of them in a row. I forget which one it was now, but one of them was closer and the other one was fucking absolutely shite. Where they just dominated the shite out of us, And I remember just thinking, wow, they're making Manchester United, who are fucking awesome, we got to the Champions League final, have this great team. They're making us look absolutely bang ordinary. And we couldn't do anything about it. That was the frustrating thing. I remember Fergie's face at the end of the game. When he's gone to shake Pep's hand, he's just like fair play, fucking hell. He's like, he's like that. He's just going like that, fair play. So, you have to say that Pep's teams were very good teams. Anyway, Jeff Maddox says, we'll go as far as our midfield takes us. Got to rough up hard on like Keno did to his dad. Smash them in, my son. Citizen here says that one moustache. We won't hold that against you. Manchester is and always will be Reds. So true, Brian Doherty. Yeah. I mean, Doherty. How many titles has City got in the modern era? 4, is it now? 5, 6? I mean, Pep's actually won 4 out of 5, hasn't he? So it must be at least 6 or 7 now, right? It's quite a lot. Maybe 6. But it's not what Fergie got, and also they haven't won the Champions League still. So I still think you have to say Manchester is red. We've won 3 European Cups. What have they won? 6, says Mark Nurse. Right, so they've won 6. Yeah, so that's less than half of what we've got. So fuck those guys. We've got 13. Have a great night, Piggy, and look forward to your next stream during the match tomorrow. 5 or 6. There you go. Thank you, Simon Warner. You too, my man. I really appreciate you, bud. Mikhail says, Fergie said he regrets in that game in not putting Jason Park on Messi. Oh, yeah, he definitely should have done that. Yeah, he definitely should have done that. He should have put 2 Jason Parks on Messi. You're relying on listening to watch along tomorrow as I'm having to paint my new house. Oh, nice one, Bubbo. What colour are you painting it, lad? Berber says, Haaland looking who walk in the footsteps of great city strikers. Samaras, Giovanni, Craig Bellamy, and Roque Santa Cruz. Yes. I like that one, mate. That's a good one. That Barcelona team probably had 8 out of the world's best. It should have been illegal. You're right, Griffo Chaz. It was absolutely exceptional. You're spot on, yes. Pretty unbelievable team. Mickey Kramer says, if anyone in the world could have ever a man marked Messi, it would have been Jason Park. You're spot on. You are right. Yeah, Threeland Park would have had him, mate. Stockport FC 1-2 United says Marty McFly. No clue, big. I said it was white. Message says it's not, even though it looks white to me. Says Andy Young. How would you react if Haaland done a sue when he scored? I would take a dump. That would just force a bowel movement right there and then. That would be horrible. Rajat Valencia says, now I see why Jason Park is offensive, says Rajat Valencia. Jason Park is not offensive, Rajat Valencia. The song about Jason Park is offensive, but Jason Park himself is not offensive, Rajat Valencia. My favourite is Iniesta. What a player, what a player. Drogba, what he thinks of Barcelona. It's a disgrace. It's a fucking disgrace. He did man mark Perlo. Oh, yes, sir, he knows. Jason Park was the man marker extraordinaire. That's what Fergie used to do. He just used to save him, unleash him in the big games to just absolutely pocket people. He was amazing. Who do you play in the midfield tomorrow? Well, I've gone for this, basically. I would play Eriksen and Casemiro. Eriksen and Casemiro, but you may well play Eriksen and McTominay, which is what he's sort of been going for recently. So, but I'd drop Casemiro in there, yeah. I'll go with Cassie. But anyway, guys, we're going to basically wrap this video up here. I'm going to be back on in just 1 hour's time with a cheeky little FIFA stream. I'll get you guys the link to the FIFA stream, actually, guys, so you can come and join us for a bit of late night FIFA if you want. That is the end of the preview, pretty much. We're going for a 2-1 victory tomorrow. Get in there, United. We're going to smash up these fools. Bring on those City scummers. I'm not worried about them just because they're the champions, or they got Baldy Pep, or they're big bollocks, or they got that Ghostbusters 2 painting melt. No. We're going to be like Egon Spengler tomorrow, mate. Or that Brinkman guy from Ghostbusters, mate. You know what I'm talking about? Going in there with those fucking, those things. We're gonna go ghostbusting, mate. We're gonna go ghostbusting. We're gonna capture Erling Haaland in one of those little things, those little boxes, and just keep him in there. There you go, Ghostbusters style. That's what's going on. Hashtag Glazers out there, Brimar. Absolutely. Right, okay, so here's the link to the FIFA stream, everybody. Please do come and join us. We're back on in 1 hour's time. There you go. We're going on in an hour's time, peeps. So please do come and join us. Hey, we smashed 120 likes. Thank you, everyone, for hitting that thumbs up button. We haven't done much content the last couple of weeks. Just glad to have anybody watching, to be honest. But we're back tomorrow with a watch-along, guys, and we'll be going in there raw. Thank you all for watching this preview on a Saturday night. Have a great Saturday night, or come and join us for the FIFA in a bit and hang out with us. Thank you all for watching the preview. Those are my thoughts. I loved hearing your thoughts. Thanks for sharing your thoughts and getting in there, everyone. Good night there, Chris Koo, Griffo Chaz, G-Wolf United Gaming. What's going on, my friend? What about Robinho? Yes, he was a sharp merchant as well, G-Wolf lad. What a waste of 32.5 mil. The one mustache, Mickey Kramer, Primot, Christopher McKinnon as well, my friend. Thank you, Christopher McKinnon, you legend. Vigo. Yes, mate. Vigo. AMG. Josh Lynn. Pig Go Live and Tenor. You lack the cojones. Griffo Chaz. I must have pep levels of testicles, my friend. Kyle W. Thanks for the stream. Yes, indeed. We're on to FIFA. Madhouse. Primot. Marky Nurse. Rajat Valencia. All about MCFC. So gonna smash you scummers like me. You're going down, lad. We're gonna give your old man a cheeky little bit of Roy Keane treatment, my son. Anyway, the one mustache as well. Cheers, Mark Nurse, Chris Koo, the mustache, Primot, Andy Young, John Allen, Master Yoda, Kyle, Jeff Madarak, Whiny Derry, 21 Nick P. Shout out Whiny Derry, man. Thank you so much. 21 Nick P, you legend as well. Thanks, guys, for watching. Drop a like before you go. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Come back tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. for the game, and in an hour's time tonight for FIFA as well. We'll be doing the watch-along, though, tomorrow from about 1:30 p.m. Come and join us then, and we'll hopefully be seeing Manchester United smash up those City scummers. Why have I put that there like that? That looks awful. Right, let's do it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That's the end of the show. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch at Flying Pig United. You can also check out the website, unitedflyinghigh.com, for your latest United news, where articles are posted by legends such as the one and only Griffo Chance. So go and read articles over on that website. And thank you, Jeff Madrak, Hoopman, Chris, Kyle, Josh, Gung, See You Legend, Mustache, Compost, Whiny Derry, and all the legends in the live chat. FIFA Mobile 2023, back in an hour on FIFA myself in 1 hour's time on this channel. See you then, folks. Smash that bell icon like your name was Quasimodo. Esmeralda, the bells. And we'll see you on the next one. Come on, United. We're going to smash up those city belts. See you tomorrow for the game, guys. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they sing, sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much. See.